Clipper Nation. Feeling you.
Feeling you. Oh, boy.
They are feeling it.
Wow.
Clipper Nation just witnessed, you could say this easily, I think without a doubt, the greatest moment in the history of the Los Angeles Clippers organization, short of Donald Sterling being told to leave. Look, think about it. I know they still haven't made the conference championships there, right?
That's true.
Got it. Understand it's just a second game of a playoff, first round, quarterfinal.
That's true.
But down 31 points. Down 31 with 7 and change to go. In Golden State last night, in Oakland, California, where the two-time defending world champs just took care of business easily in game number 1, where the two-time defending world champs shook off what appears to be a significant injury to Boogie Cousins early on in the game, trailing 12-11 at the time to the Clippers. Keep that in mind for a second. Trailing 12-11 at the time to the Clippers. Boogie goes down. They shake it off to put up 73 points by halftime.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Going into the locker room, 73-50. This thing is what we call wrapped. In the day and age where we're talking about greatest comeback ever for Tiger Woods, Steph Curry called it that on Twitter. Got a whole host of an earful from Cleveland Cavalier fans, reminding them of a comeback down 3-1 in an NBA Finals. The only blemish of the Warriors era in which they made the finals. Kind of right now sits out there for the in terms of the Yankees, a 2001 World Series moment. When the Yankees made the World Series in the Torre era and didn't win one time. One time. Okay? It's kind of sitting out there. Greatest comebacks ever. We were talking about it. Hey, Jim, we've been talking about it for the last 36 hours. Then comes the greatest comeback in the history of the National Basketball Association playoffs. No team has ever come down from behind 31 points to win. The rarity of this type of win for the Clippers is truly, for any team, truly something else. Clippers, come on. And if I had told you, Christopher Brockman, if I had told you when the orange, as Clark Kellogg would call it, was first flipped up in the air to begin the National Basketball Association 2018-2019 season, I told you a team from Los Angeles would shock the Golden State Warriors in the first round of the playoffs as an 8 seed versus a 1 seed. That team, your answer would have been?
The Los Angeles Lakers.
That's correct, sir. That's correct, sir. Even if the Clippers lose the next 3, this alone is a win that will resonate on July the 1st.
You really believe that?
I do. Look what we were able to do. Free agent that wants to play in Los Angeles with initials of KW up there in Toronto. Down 1-0 right now in his series. I don't know how more I could spell out that Kawhi Leonard.
Got it.
Well, you could say he wants to come to Los Angeles anyway. This is a big win that absolutely shows, hey, guess what? We're building here. We got shooters. We got shooters all over the place coming off the bench. Lou Williams coming off the bench. And guess what? We're not desperate enough for his scoring that we're going to take him off the bench and start him. No, because we have a system here. We got a coach who's won a championship before in Doc Rivers. We have a crazy man from the world of Microsoft.
He is a crazy man.
Who is doing all sorts of things with his arms that you don't know. I mean, is he triple jointed? Bomber?
I don't know what he's doing.
That's a crazy man in the front row who wants to win. Basically, there's one thing left missing in this man's life. And that's a championship. And he wants to bring it. You want to play for that guy? I'd play for that guy.
Seems like it'd be pretty fun.
I'm just saying, man. Last night was a huge moment for this franchise. They come home. Game 3 Thursday. That's going to be a fun game. That's must-see television.
I think you're right.
That's must-see television. You got to see that. And it's interesting. Los Angeles is where the Durant, Draymond Green set 2 went down.
Yeah, what was that week?
It was
one,
way
week
back
two,
when. I
something
think
like
it was
that?
against the Clippers, if I'm not mistaken. And that was all going down. That's when I got a little bit of pause, a little bit of hitch in my giddy up with 7 November losses after giving the Warriors the Larry Francis O'Brien Trophy on October 30th.
October 30th.
Seeing last night gives me a little bit of pause, certainly now knowing that Boogie Cousins is out for a significant amount of time. Here's what Steve Kerr had to say about losing the guy who has been in their back pocket all year long to be thrown out on the table right now in the playoffs to be a major difference maker. They got him. They knew they couldn't put him on the floor until January or February. They put him on the floor then. They get him up to speed. They get him into shape. They get him into game shape. They get him into their rotation. They get him into the mix and then throw him, Boogie Cousins, right down on a table as a trump card right now, middle of April, for everybody to deal with all the way through to a parade potentially. And now who knows when he's coming back.
What's the training staff told you about DeMarcus?
There's a pretty significant quad injury. So we'll get an MRI tomorrow, but he's going to be out for, I'll just say a while. I don't, because I think it's unclear right now how long he'll be out, but yeah, it's significant.
Well, I mean, in terms of NBA playoffs, a while, let's just say, I just want to suppose, this is total supposition here. Let's say he's out 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
Okay? Let's say this is a month to a month and a half long recovery for him right now. In terms of half of the 4 weeks would take them to a Game 7 of Clippers-Warriors. This very series. Last night, April 15th, Game 7 Clippers at Warriors, should it go that long, is Sunday, April 28th.
Ugh.
Let's just say he misses 2 weeks. He could be back for Game 7. He would miss just Games 3 through 6 of this series.
That is such a problem.
Let's just say the Rockets and Jazz, which might go 7 games, right?
Right.
And 4-5 plays the winner of 1-8, right?
Correct.
So let's just say even if the Warriors do win this in 5,
They're chilling.
until Jazz Rockets are over on that date too. So we need to see how significant it is, because if it's a 4-week injury, he could be back for the Western Conference Finals ready to go. That's how long these playoffs are. That's how long of a slog it is in these playoffs.
It's way too long.
So I'm not going to say that this is the end of the Warriors, but last night was as bad as it can get, short of the guy suffering a significant injury being named Durant or Curry. Right? I'm going to throw Klay Thompson in that mix. Obviously, Draymond Green is significant. But Boogie's the guy, again, that we've been talking about all year long. We talk about year-long storylines and arcs and how it plays out at the very end.
Yeah, he was just the extra.
What if he doesn't play again? This is the guy, again, that they had was supposed to be the difference maker. It was an easy sign. Everyone's like wondering, how did the Warriors go and get him?
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.